What is up, guys? Welcome to my post Star Wars Celebration haul video. I am back home now, but I am going through some major Star Wars Celebration withdrawals. So what better way to satiate my thirst for all things Star Wars than by sharing with you guys all the stuff I was able to take home with me from the Star Wars Celebration in Chicago. Now, before I show you guys all the stuff that I was able to acquire, I want to share with you a few of my kind of takeaways from the whole weekend. First of all, before I say anything else, it was an amazing weekend. So it was incredibly fun. I had an amazing time. There were a couple of challenges. The queuing system and the line system, the reservation system for the panels was a little bit frustrating. I know, especially, when it comes to the, what's it called? Lottery system. I know a lot of people are having difficulty with the lottery system and getting into certain panels that they really wanted to go to. I myself did have issues with that. I didn't get a chance to go to the episode 9 panel. Of course, that one's going to be jam-packed. But I was able to see the stream from the showroom floor, which was awesome because the Star Wars show had a huge stage on the showroom floor, and so most of the big major panels was being broadcast and streamed onto the big screens that they had on the showroom floor. So really, you didn't miss much if you weren't able to get into especially the bigger panels. I mean, that was really the only complaint, and really that's not much of a complaint at all. Like I said, I had an amazing time. We were just immersed in everything Star Wars, from fandom to the stuff that's coming up. In the Star Wars universe, especially the cinematic and the shows that are coming up. The comics, the books, I mean, it's just everything. Merchandise. Galaxy's Edge had a preview on the showroom floor, which I didn't wait through the line for because I'm gonna just save it for when the Galaxy's Edge actually opens. But everything was absolutely amazing. I wanted to shoot a lot more video while I was there in Chicago at Celebration, but I mean, it's just so difficult. I'm such a fanboy that like I get so overwhelmed in the celebration and with all of it, right? The grandeur of the whole event and the whole weekend, that it's just, there's so much stimuli. It's almost overstimulating. So it's tough to really focus enough mental energy and to shoot video and to catch good shots. So I mean, I was able to get a few things, but mostly I caught a lot of photos of some amazing cosplayers. I'm not a cosplayer myself, but I definitely appreciate the amount of time, energy, and love and passion that people put into their costumes when they attend these events. So I got a lot of those. If you're on Instagram, come find me on Instagram. I'll share the link in the description below this video. So yeah, since Disney purchased Lucasfilm, or since Lucas sold Lucasfilm to Disney, and since they've kind of taken over the Star Wars franchise and everything Star Wars, at least there feels like there seems to be, especially on the social net, a lot of kind of hateration towards Star Wars, right? Towards the new stuff, towards towards where the universe is going, or towards where the movies are going, where the saga is going. And there's just a lot of it feels like there's a lot of divide in the fandom. At Star Wars Celebration, there was none of that. And the general energy of the entire weekend was that we all shared a love for Star Wars. Now, we don't all necessarily absolutely love every aspect of it, but the world and universe of Star Wars is enough. There's so much in it, and it's so rich, and it's so broad and diverse that there's something for everybody to love. And I think when you go to an event like Celebration, you really the main thing is that people share in that love, right? Like, despite any criticisms that any individual might have about any specific thing. Yeah, so all this hate that goes on the internet, really, I think, is just a bunch of trolls being trolly, and yeah, just being quick to share their opinions, which they're entitled to, but it's just an opinion at the end of the day. So for Star Wars fans out there watching this, if you get kind of upset and you feel demoralized by all the hate that happens towards Star Wars by quote-unquote fans, don't worry about it. It's just their opinion, right? At the end of the day, if you have a love for Star Wars, that's what matters, and that's what Celebration was all about and is all about. So with that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and start sharing my haul from the weekend. Before I do that, a swig of mead. That's good stuff. So in the past, I've generally taken home a lot of memorabilia in terms of like clothing, you know, especially t-shirts. I love t-shirts. That's all I wear. I love Star Wars gear like that. I mean, when you see the hats, the hat collection back here, that's only a few of them. So I really like that. But the thing I've kind of decided about t-shirts is that as much as I want to collect them, you wear them, you wash them, they get old, they get worn out. Next thing you know, at least I do, I have a whole stack of t-shirts, well, more than just a stack, but a whole bunch of t-shirts in my closet that are Star Wars shirts that I absolutely love and from past celebrations, and I don't want to get rid of them, but they're completely wore out, right? Like they're practically junk t-shirts, but I love them. So I thought, well, last thing I want to do is add more t-shirts to my already full closet. So I had that in mind when I went to when I was cruising the showroom floor for stuff to take home or for stuff to buy. Actually, I take all that back. I need another drink of mead. Forget everything I just said about t-shirts, because I did buy a couple of shirts on the last day from Turtle, T-E-E Turtle. It really awesome shirts, and I just couldn't help myself. They didn't have my size that last day, so they're gonna end up getting shipped here. I don't have those to show to you, but if you want to check them out, Turtle, T-E-E Turtle, just search it on the interwebs, and I'm sure you'll be able to find it. They got some great stuff on there, and they were incredibly, yeah, pretty much like cleaned out by the time I got there on the last day. So with that in mind, I decided to go look at the books. Now, I had just finished reading Ahsoka by E.K. Johnston, and I really actually love that book. I've read a bunch of Star Wars books up to now, but I had just finished, right before leaving for Chicago, I had just finished Ahsoka, and I really kind of fell in love with, well, I love the character of Ahsoka anyways, and I really fell in love with EK's writing style, right? Like it was very kind of easy to read, but engaging and entertaining and rich with detail and all that good stuff. So I was able to catch a Del Rey panel at Celebration, one of my favorite panels that I attended. So I was able to catch that panel, and it really kind of inspired me to get more books. Like, these are books that I'm gonna read anyways, but what was cool was they were doing signings. So I picked up a bunch of books. It's books that I'm gonna get, so I might as well have gotten them there and get them autographed. So I got all these books. The one I'm reading right now is Queen Shadow. Awesome book. E.K. Johnston, her latest installment. Really good stuff. I'm halfway through this book, and it's really good. And I got it autographed, personalized. So it's pretty awesome. The other books I got, this was like 50% of the weight in my luggage. I picked up Phasma from Delilah Dawson. Master and Apprentice, very excited to read this as well, by Claudia Gray. And then the Thrawn series by Timothy Zahn. Of course, Timothy Zahn is a veteran in Star Wars fiction, and Heir to the Empire, it was released just about the time when Phantom Menace, because Phantom Menace just had their 20th anniversary. But this was the introduction, as far as I understood from the panel, the introduction of Thrawn. So I'm excited to get down and dirty with this, because 2017, the first Thrawn book came out, so I got that as well, and it continues on into Thrawn Alliance because it's so popular. So I'm really stoked to dive into those. And like I said, got Timothy Zahn's autograph, personalized. Got a picture with Timothy Zahn. I usually don't do selfies with celebrities, but I was able to do that. As I said, these are books that were going to be part of my collection anyways, so I figured, well, I'm at Celebration, so I might as well get them there and get them signed and personalized. So pretty awesome. I'm really thrilled about those, actually. I was so happy that I was able to do that. There were plenty more authors there that I didn't get a chance to do, but I'm certainly happy to have these 6 books. I think they'll last me at least through the next Celebration. I'm a slow reader. All right, so next up, the one big panel that I am so glad that I was able to get into is The Mandalorian. completely bonkers. The stuff that they showed us there was absolutely mind-blowing. Look, the show looks so amazing. I mean, with Jon Favreau at the helm, Dave Filoni, you can't really go wrong. And of the actors that were there, Pedro Pascal, Gina Carano, and the great Carl Weathers, it was just a great panel. I mean, to see the enthusiasm of the panel about what's coming, it's really hard to not be infected by their energy and their passion for this project. And then when they showed us some of the behind the scenes stuff and even the little teasers that they gave us, I mean, the show looks absolutely phenomenal. They look like small movies. Yeah, small Star Wars movies. So super stoked that I was able to make that particular panel. And also, as a side benefit, was able to score the Star Wars Celebration Mandalorian poster. Badass, badass. I know there were a handful of other show exclusive posters that they were giving away. Again, this was the only big panel that I was able to make, and I'm really glad I did, and I was really glad I got this poster because later on I saw a couple of the posters from the 2017 Orlando celebration, and I saw a vendor selling them for like $150, $200, and these are posters that were just giveaways, right? So super stoked about that as a collectible. I mean, like, I just like them because they're cool posters, but now to know that they are collectibles and because they're exclusive to Star Wars Celebration, that gives it that added kind of hoorah. The Mandalorian poster. It's like the man with no name. All right, so the last thing is, and she, I don't know actually if she was there doing autographs necessarily, but whether she was or not, I didn't get a chance to get an actual photo and autograph in person, but I was able to acquire this. Anyways, yeah, I'm starting to really get into kind of autograph things, really only like Star Wars. I have a small mini episode 4 poster that's signed. The only one it's missing is actually Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford, but I have Carrie Fisher's on there. So I'm really kind of into getting signed Star Wars memorabilia, especially photos, because they're easy to hang on a wall. They don't take up much space. So I was happy to get this one. Stuff like this, because so I go to Disney World all the time. And so I look at these signed lithographs and stuff at the various Star Wars stores at Disney, and they can run up to a couple $100 a piece, right? Because generally they're framed and they're nicely displayed. So it was good to see to get this one from the Topps guys. Well, it is Topps authenticated. I can't remember the name of the vendor. There's a few of them there. This is an authenticated autographed picture, so I'm super stoked to have it, right? It's Beckett certified, so yeah, it's witnessed and certified, and so yeah, I'm just super stoked to add this to my collection. It didn't necessarily break the bank, and so yeah, thought why not? Just another piece to get framed and to hang on the wall to add to the collection. And that's the cool thing too about the show posters. There's always an opportunity to get them signed in the future. So yeah, real stoked. This is kind of the pièce de résistance of my Star Wars Celebration 2019 haul. Guys, I hope you enjoyed that. If you do want to see more pictures from Star Wars Celebration, check out my Instagram. Again, the link is down at the bottom. It's Cannibal Ron, one word. I got a ton of photos still. I gotta post up there. A lot of cosplays, a lot of great costumes, and a bunch of other things. So check that out. And yeah, well, more coming. I still have to edit and finish my video from the Star Wars Rival Run weekend, the race at Disney, which happened a few weeks ago. Lots of footage I got to go through. So I hope you enjoy this one. Subscribe, like, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you were at Celebration, hit me with a subscribe. Let's connect. Let's chat. Let's talk Star Wars, man. I may start a whole nother show here on my channel for Star Wars. As you guys, if you guys are browsing my channel, I do already have the beginnings of a Disney show, or like an all things Disney channel. I was gonna include this Star Wars show in there, or this Star Wars episode in there. I don't know. I may start a whole nother Star Wars show because I love it that much. So with that, guys, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching the video. Until next time, may the force be with you.